All right, let's get the CSS done on this Madlib website. So we're linking to our style.css and we can open up there and let's start off with not background. I've got to select the HTML element and get that airplane background. We do background and then URL, but we don't have the image yet. So let's add a folder img and find that image. Let's try Pixabay. I actually don't remember where I got this from. Let's try airplane wing. These are sponsored ones. Oh, that one's kind of cool. Okay, well, I don't see the one that I had on here, but that's okay. Let's just do another one. Let's try this one. So free download, thank you. And actually, you know what I want to show you is how to stretch. Let's say we couldn't get a large image. Let's get a smaller one. And maybe the quality won't be as good, but I can show you how we can stretch it or make it cover the whole thing. Okay, so downloaded here. I'll just show in folder. It's on my other page here. And we gotta get back to here. Nope, get back to here. And then we can just drag it. Actually, I like to rename these, all those numbers. Aeroplane. Let's just go airplane wing.jpg. And drag it into there. Okay, good. And then in here, we can tell it to look inside the image folder. Oh, put quotations, airplane wing.jpg. Airplane-wing.jpg. All right, hit run, and there's the background. Okay, so like I was saying, what the default is to repeat, right? It's not, the image isn't big enough to fill the whole screen, so it just repeats itself to cover the screen, the background. Where did I have that here? Let's go to CSS Basics. I think under Advanced Backgrounds, scroll down, this full-size background image I like. So we can add the no repeat, center and fixed, and then background size cover. And that should give us this full-size background image. Okay, so we'll try that. At the end of here, we can add some options, no repeat, center fixed, and then background size cover, which stretches it out and makes it, now no matter what size this is, it'll always kind of resize to fill it. Now we lose a little bit of image quality, right, because I have to stretch it so it doesn't look as crisp, but should be fine for what we're doing here. Okay, and then let's go to the body and go background white, or we can do some transparency. 255 all the way, red, green, blue is white, and then we can go 0.8 for the alpha value. 1 is fully opaque, 0 is fully transparent, or no, is the other way around. Yeah, that's fully transparent, you can't even see it, and 1 is fully opaque, so it's white, you can't see through it at all. And then somewhere in between gives us a nice little see-through effect, but we can still read the text easily. Okay, and then of course there's always the padding stuff. Actually, let's do the width first. Maybe 500 pixels, let's say. Get some padding of 50 pixels on the top and 100 pixels on the sides. See what that looks like. Beautiful. To get into the center of the screen, we've got to do that margin auto stuff. But I want a little bit on the top and bottom, and then left and right is auto. And that'll center it horizontally. Border radius to curve those edges a little bit. Boop, looking good. Okay, often in the body, I also do like kind of a base font. So let's go font family. Arial's just a nice, clean font, easy to read. So we'll do Arial on that. Okay, awesome. Then the next thing maybe is to, let's style these headings. They are actually a different font. I think I did Georgia for those. So the H1 and the H2 headings. So I can use actually a grouping selector here, right? H1 comma H2 to select both of them. And we can go font family Georgia. And also they are a different color. I think I did midnight blue. That looks good. Okay. And I think this heading I made a little bit bigger. Let me open this up in a new tab. I'm going to hit F12 here. I just want to inspect this. And the default font size is 2M. Okay, we haven't talked about M units yet. It's basically like almost a percentage kind of. It's two times the default font size basically, which is 16. So I think it's 32 pixels. And we'll make it a little bit bigger and maybe make it 42 pixels. Anyway, yeah, that M, and there's also rem units. We'll just stick with pixels for now. We can always explore more of that later. Okay, and what else? There's also, oh yeah, the small caps, just on the H1. That's small caps. What was it? Font variant? Small caps, yeah. And what it does basically is it makes lowercase letters become small capitals. Just like that. I kind of like that effect. Okay, everything else, so these look a little tight together here. So these are list items, right? So to space them out a little bit, I think the easiest thing is just to go LI, which are our list items, and give them a margin bottom, right? Spread them out a little bit. So the margin pushes away from the border, from the content. Maybe just 10 pixels, just a little bit to spread them out. Okay, cool. Style this button up. It's only one button, so we can do this. Let's give it a background color, sky blue. Probably some padding. I don't know, let's do a little bit on the top and bottom. Maybe some on the left and right. Spread it out a little bit more. See what that looks like. Pretty good. Let's make that text a little bigger. Maybe 18 pixels. And I like to add this cursor pointer so that when you hover over the button, it looks like it's clickable. Okay, that's cool. And then I often like to soften the corners a little bit too. Border radius just a little bit, 5 pixels. Curves it up a bit. Okay, awesome. Right here, that paragraph. Okay, what do we need to do? The border and some padding, and also some line height, I think, because these are pretty squished together. So let's style that. Now here, oops. Again, remember if I do paragraph and then go border 1 pixel solid orange, that's going to put around all the paragraphs. So I don't want that. We need to give that paragraph an ID. And I'm going to suggest we just give it the ID result. So the opening tag ID equals result. Right, the actual result. There we go. So now in my style sheet, I can select hashtag for ID result. And now hopefully it only applies to this one. Awesome. Okay, well, let's give that some padding. And also I think the line height we can adjust. Let's just go padding 20 pixels. If I do one number, it applies top, bottom, left, and right. Good, padding all around. Maybe get font size a little bigger as well. Like I said, 16 is usually the default. Make it a touch bigger. It's the final result. You really want to check it out. Sometimes, oh yeah, line height I was going to do. What is line height again? Default for that. If you think the font is 18, let's try like a 20 pixels. That looks like it didn't change very much. Let's try 25. Yeah, okay, that just spreads it out a little bit. And sometimes also letter spacing we can do as well. And this doesn't have to be very big, I don't think. Maybe like just even half a pixel. Yeah, if you do too much, it starts to look really weird, right? Because then there's too much space between them. But I think having a little bit of extra letter spacing is nice because then the words aren't too cluttered together. Okay, just makes it stand out a bit more. Okay, take a quick look at this. I think I like this image better than the other one, so maybe you can try to find this one or a different one of your choosing. But this image is fine too. And if I resize this thing, right, it's got that centered, now let's close this for a second, that centered fixed width layout. You just see more border or less border. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, that is it for the Mad Lib and also for the code along examples. Next up, I'm pretty sure I have planned for you is your own assignment where you're going to design your own quiz on a topic of your choice, and you can use your HTML, CSS skills to build a little quiz. And once again, once we learn JavaScript, we can make these websites do stuff. Well, I could have also, I didn't do it now, but it's also good to practice links too, right? The A tags. We could link to, what is a Mad Lib? Or Mad Lib instructions. Okay. Anyway, that's enough for this. Hopefully that made sense. All the best on your assignment. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.